When we think about the ocean, we might think of ships crossing it, or we might think about the amazing creatures that live at sea. Whales are, without a doubt, one of the most emblematic animals that seafarers constantly encounter in their travels. Whales' migration patterns, as well as their feeding, nursing, resting and mating grounds, do intersect with shipping activities. According to the IMO and NOAA, all sizes and types of ship or vessel, including recreational, commercial and governmental vessels, have the potential to collide with nearly all marine species. It is the collective responsibility of all stakeholders within the shipping industry to actively contribute to the mitigation efforts and protection of whales. Vessel damage notwithstanding, the whale will likely come off the worse in the exchange. Damage to small vessels ranging from minor to extreme has resulted from ship strikes of cetaceans. So, let's talk about ships striking whales and what we can and should do about it. According to IMO guidance, ship strikes of cetaceans are an issue of growing concern internationally. With the increase in the number, size and speed of ships, the threat of ship strikes of cetaceans may also increase. Navigators face substantial challenges in detecting and observing whales in the vicinity of the ship. The task becomes particularly daunting in rough seas or low light conditions, making it at times nearly impossible to spot these marine creatures or detect them with the ship's radar. Often, the first challenge is simply learning where marine mammals are. Maps of habitat are slowly improving and charts are beginning to incorporate this information. Enhancing awareness by highlighting marine mammals' highest population area and migration routes in the voyage planning is important if we are aiming to reduce ship strikes. The World Shipping Council provides some of this information. Take a look, for example, at this chart of the northwestern Mediterranean Sea, which is a particularly sensitive area. In this region, the following voluntary actions are recommended. Navigating with particular caution in areas where large and medium cetaceans are detected or reported. Some companies have demonstrated good procedures for whale protection, and we believe it would be beneficial to share this advice. If a whale is spotted, reduce speed to a safe level, 10 to 13 knots or less, and make a wide turn to ensure a safe distance. The most severe and lethal injuries caused by ship strikes appear to be caused by vessels travelling 14 knots or faster. Always refrain from assuming that a whale will move away from our vessel. Exercise caution. In most cases, vessel operators do not see whales before they are hit, or they see them only a few minutes before the collision. Minimise or avoid travelling through whale habitats in critical areas, especially during the night time. Never position your ship directly in the path of a whale and avoid approaching whales head-on. When navigating near whales, steer behind their path to prevent crossing ahead of them. Actively seek and identify whales along the track line ahead of the ship. Avoid areas with reported concentrations of whales and never position a vessel between two or more whales. If whales approach your vessel, do not attempt to manoeuvre around them. Instead, slow down or stop if possible until the animal moves away. Keep a safe distance. Report sightings if applicable, and it is recommended that lookouts report all whale and whale blow sightings to the bridge officer of the watch. It is recommended to report collisions. In the event of a whale strike, inform the company. It is recommended to submit a detailed written report to the company within 24 hours of any such incident, and to report the event to the local authorities where applicable. It is recommended to make an entry in the logbook. This chart of Sri Lankan waters is a good example. In it, the red and green lines indicate traffic, while the blue dots indicate sightings of blue whales. So now we understand that our ship's passage might sometimes overlap with regions populated by cetaceans. In light of that, what can we do to mitigate the risk? First, wherever possible, reroute shipping lanes to eliminate or decrease the level of overlap with important whale habitat. If avoiding whale habitat is not possible, introduce and enforce speed limits in critical whale habitat. Reduced vessel speeds have been shown to reduce the risk of collisions and associated mortality by up to 90%. Training courses to crews raise awareness about whales and why we must respect and protect them. Be aware that whales are not always on the move. Sometimes they might be sleeping or recovering, and they will be vulnerable as a result. Some ports are considering whales and cetaceans in their passage plans and piloted information exchanges. So there you have it. This is really not a difficult one to get. Whales are incredibly important to the health of our oceans and, as a result, of our planet. It is our responsibility to ensure that we are as careful and conscious as we possibly can when crossing their habitats in order to avoid striking them and causing them any harm. Make yourself aware of how they use the waters you'll be sailing on, report any sightings, and always consider whales' lives in your planning.